at this Shell gas station on White Lane where in 1987, Stephen Bradley shot and killed Claude Baker, a jury finding him guilty of first-degree murder. Now, more than 30 years later, Bradley could be released anytime from now up until May. And now Baker's daughter says she's reliving her father's death over and over again.
Stephen Bradley shot him the first time in the back, and my dad collapsed and was still trying to crawl away. And Stephen Bradley walked up to him about 3 feet away and put the 12 gauge to his right ear and shot him one more time.
In 1987, Christine Lancaster was only 11 years old when she says she got the worst news of her life.
It's in my head every day. Every night I lay my head down. I replay that night every freaking night. And that has been every day for freaking 4 years almost. I'm 46 now. And it was just like it was yesterday all over again.
Her dad, Claude Baker, was working at the Shell gas station at White and El Patero Lanes when Stephen Bradley robbed the store and killed her dad.
He could have stopped at any other store or any place, and he could have robbed any other place. He didn't have to go to a place where a man could identify him. And he kept on saying, I did it because he could identify me. I had to because he could identify me.
The next year, Bradley was found guilty of first-degree murder with special circumstances and robbery, along with firearms enhancements. At the time, he was sentenced to life in prison without the possibility of parole. But in 2020, that changed when Governor Newsom granted Bradley clemency, writing in part, quote, "Mr. Bradley committed a serious crime that ended the life of Mr. Baker. Over the last 3 decades, Mr. Bradley has dedicated himself to his rehabilitation and becoming a productive citizen." This act of clemency for Mr. Bradley does not minimize or forgive his conduct or the harm it caused. It does recognize the work he has done since to transform himself. When Bradley's clemency was announced, Kern County District Attorney Cynthia Zimmer disagreed with the decision, commenting in part, quote, "Governor Newsom's clemency order issued amidst a public health emergency intentionally glosses over Bradley's crimes in a drastically misguided effort to justify his potential release. The Kern County District Attorney's Office will continue to strongly oppose any possibility of parole for this convicted killer." What does that do to your heart when you heard that he could be on the streets again?
It was a kick. It was a kick to my chest. Because 33 years isn't long enough for what he did. Because there's 33 years of memories that my family didn't get to make with my father.
Now that I have children, a great-grandfather, my children will never meet him. I will never meet him. My cousins will never meet him. Their children will never get to meet him. He took all of that away from every single one of us.
Despite Newsom's clemency acknowledging Bradley's remorse for the crime, both say they believe Bradley's freedom is not something they are comfortable with.
By him being free, that's not justice at all. Him being free is giving him a chance to hurt another family, to destroy another person's life.
Is mentally destroying me every day that I think about it. Every day that passes by, knowing that it's just another day closer to him being out. I can't do it. I don't want to do it. And I will find a way to fight every way, every step of the way.
I reached out to the governor's office for an interview about Bradley's clemency. They sent back a statement reading in part, "Clemency is an important part of our criminal justice system, and all applications receive a thorough and careful review. For more information and the full response, visit our website at turnto23.com. We'll of course continue to follow this case and bring you the latest details." In South Bakersfield, BRIANNA, WILLIS, 23 ABC News, connecting you.